the new economic evolution of the world, and advanced training in financial and investment literacy. This is a global investment portfolio and the opportunity to receive part of the profits of the most profitable industries and businesses in the world. CryptoUnit program and a monthly growing bonus transfers to your account. NEEW, a profitable business in the system of multi-level crowd investing. This is at least 15% of the financially educated population of the planet in the near future. This is peace, prosperity, wealth, longevity, and the health of planet Earth. We are NEEW.
So what is NEEW? It's the new economic evolution of the world. It's a global redistribution of wealth, equally, fairly, and so that everybody can have prosperity. It's providing safety and security for others, prosperity and happiness. Now, Andre, this person here that we're going to talk about, he's regarded as the master of dreams realization. Now, Andre Havrato is the CEO of our company. He was listed in one of the top 100 most influential people in Russia for the millennium. And that was just recently. So this is a guy that knows what he's doing. He's had over 20 years experience in the investment field as a professional investor. So realistically, he doesn't need to be out peddling a program to make a little bit of extra money. He's got more than enough for his family to survive on for generations to come. But he decided that his mission was to create 1 million millionaires, because he knew that he wanted to make global change, but one person can't necessarily have that big an impact, no matter how much money you have, unless you're Bill Gates, but that's another story. So what he decided that he was going to create an organization of people that had the money and the means and the right mindset to be able to actually create a global shift, a global change. And that is literally happening as we speak within the new economic evolution of the world. So he is the creator of the Academy of Private Investor, which we'll talk about, a multidisciplinary investor, meaning he invests in multiple different market segments. He's the author of the CryptoUnit program that we're going to hear a little bit about today. The host of the Secrets of Millionaires hot seats that he does, and that's a TV program in Russia. And he was voted the best business coach in financial and investment and personal development for Mellon Rich magazine in 2018. He's also the chairman of the World Generals Association for Peace, and he has received the Dove of Peace. So let's look at the three components that make up the new economic evolution of the world. First and foremost, now this is fundamental, is education. Because without education, you're not going to go far. Now, we get a basic education from our education curriculum, from our schools, but realistically, if we break that down and look at it, they are not teaching us how to think. They're teaching us what to think and regurgitate. So we want to show people how to think for themselves, and that's part of what our education does, particularly around money, finances, and all those sorts of things. So I'm sure most people will agree with me here that when they went to school, they didn't get, unless they specialized in economics or whatever, they didn't really get any financial education. I certainly didn't come out of school knowing how to balance my checkbook, how to budget my money. I didn't know any of that. And it's been a hard lesson to learn all the way through. So the second pillar is co-ownership, and we'll talk a little bit about that as well. And of course, the third pillar is business. And we're definitely going to talk about that, which is what we're here to talk to today. So let's have a look at the education, guys. The Academy of Private Investor was founded in 2011.
The best online project for investment education and training of private investors. The Academy of a Private Investor. Started in 2011, it is the most effective system of training of private investors. Trainers of the Academy of a Private Investor have up to 20 years experience in private investing. They share only practical experience. Goal of the project? To give a full understanding of the science of investing. At the Academy, you will learn how to create a major revenue of more than 1 million in 5 to 10 years. Having a small monthly income from $100 to $1,000 per month You will understand how you can get 1000% return from your investments per year or even more. Thanks to the knowledge gained in the Academy, you will not only create millions of capital, but also realize your wildest dreams and goals. Join the team of progressive people and get a gift that is highly demanded in the market.
Okay, so that basically 95% of lottery winners are broke within 2 to 3 years of winning the lottery. In fact, they're usually in a worse off position. And when interviewed, they often say things like, I wish I'd never won it. My life became a living hell. Because all of a sudden people were coming to them and they felt obligated to give the money or loan the money, particularly family members. Now, the problem with that is we have never been given the financial education on how to manage that money. Now, there's a great story of a guy who won it in the UK, and he lost everything within 2 years. And I think in the 4th or 5th year, he actually won it again. He'd learned so many lessons from the first time going through it and going bankrupt that he actually kept it all and grew it the second time. So there's something to be said about experience. Now, Laurel Langmeyer says it this way: you always pay. You either pay with time or you pay with money, i.e. you pay for the education up front, which is what is available with us, or you pay over time learning the mistakes yourself. What about getting your inheritance? What about inheriting millions? Who'd like to inherit millions from their parents? Who's likely to inherit millions from their parents? I'm certainly not. I've only got one left. Dad's here. Mum passed on a few years ago, and she was able to leave me $8,000, which I was incredibly grateful for and didn't expect at all. However, most people aren't going to be able to rely on their parents, most people, to leave them millions and millions of dollars. So we've got to start looking at that for ourselves and how we can do it. And one of the ways we can do it is through co-ownership. Now, if we think back to the second slide about the 90% of the money, 10% of the money controlled by 90% of the money controlled by 10% of the people, it's even less than that. But most of those have done so through co-ownership of different companies. So let's have a look at this next one.
The CryptoUnit program provides an opportunity to become a co-owner, stakeholder, shareholder of a global investment portfolio. A portfolio with instruments in over 20 sectors of the investment market. The CryptoUnit is a chance for people to change the reality of their lives, do what they love, and live in abundance and prosperity. Stand out in the community and bring great benefits to other people. Solve the problems of class inequality and liquidate poverty and devastation. Creating the best opportunities which only appear once in a lifetime. The CryptoUnit program is what 90% of the people on the planet have been waiting for. Hurry up and claim your chance, your fortune, your prosperity.
Great. So we've just had our brief introduction to the CryptoUnit program. What does it mean? Well, we spoke about having co-ownership, and the CryptoUnit program provides us co-ownership to all of these different market sectors that you see on our screen in front of us. Our portfolio, and I'm going to get to that soon, there's some exciting things happening there, is in over 20 different sectors of the investment market, including such things as education, right? Because that's where we are right now. In the science sector, we're in precious metals and precious stones. We're in blue chip stocks, Forex, lots of different things going on. Of course, the cryptocurrency markets, if you're watching what's going on there at the moment, there's so many different things happening there, which is amazing. There's money to be made in that market right now. So one of the places that we are in also is we have our own chain of sushi master restaurants. Now, this says, actually, I don't care what it says on there. Right now, we're sitting at about 37 restaurants worldwide that we've opened personally from our company. Now, there's over 100 restaurants in the Sushi Master chain. 37 we've opened personally, and we're looking to open at least another 1,000 in the coming years. Now, this will produce a lot of income for our partners, for the people who are involved in our CRU program. Now, you can only do that via our education packages. So anyone that purchases an education package that has CRU bonuses attached to it are automatically a shareholder in the Sushi Master franchise. So that's exciting because every time that grows, so does your potential payment from it. Innovative transport technologies. Now, for those who have been with the company for some time, they fully are aware of this because this is generally how most people got started with the company. This was certainly was the focus when I got started. We were literally crowdfunding for this project. Now we've got to a point in our evolution where we no longer need to fund this. We're at the point where they're self-sufficient. So now we just need to hurry up and wait for them to do what they're going to do. But that's a big part of our portfolio as well, and will generally bring money into the organization also. In the movie industry, we've got you can see right there, Dragon Man down in the bottom right-hand corner. He's actually one of the characters that we've created in conjunction with our movie partners. Now we're in there, we're 50% co-owners in that. They've already distributed projects, so they have a track record in history. And we know, look, I'm sure you're all aware of how much money Hollywood produces, but Hollywood's not the biggest player in the movie market. And that's interesting to note because it's generally the only one we hear about. The Asian and the Indian markets, they eclipse what Hollywood can do. It's just we generally don't see it. It's very, very interesting. There's a lot of money to be made in that space, and we're a 50% co-owner of this here. It's our fund, our portfolio owns 50% of this company. This one here is one that really, really gets me. I love it. Innovative basalt technologies. Now, guys, anywhere you see concrete, anywhere you see steel, so car bodies, anywhere you see carbon fiber, fiberglass even, it can be replaced with basalt. Now, this is a naturally occurring material. This is something the earth produces, and the best part, it's 100% recyclable, meaning that, okay, we're scrapping something, great, we can reuse it. We can regenerate it back into whatever we need, and it's produced naturally from the earth. So this will replace all of your reinforcing bar in concrete. It can even be used in concrete itself. It can replace car bodies, as already mentioned, and carbon fiber also. Just some amazing stuff happening there. Now, we are literally building a production facility in Poland right now that is a showcase, if you like. But the best part about this showcase is it will actually make money as well. We're building it to showcase it to bigger investors. However, the plant will profit. And when the plant profits, so do we as co-owners of that, or as stakeholders in the CRU program. So very, very exciting things. And of course, the Shikard platform, this is a loyalty program like no other. Now, merchants will have, what's the word I'm looking for? They'll have incentive to become a part of this because they'll be able to produce their own currency inside it. So we see lots of different loyalty programs around the planet, but none of them have the tech that this is moving into right now, where every one of our merchants will literally be able to create their own currency within. Now, whether that's tradable or not, they'll be able to talk to other merchants inside the program as well. So we create our own little ecosystem in that, which is incredibly exciting. Now we get into the value here of the global portfolio. Now, when this was first announced in February of last year, when first everyone was told about this global portfolio that everybody is a stakeholder in, regardless of whether they'd participated in CRU or not, it was started with $26,000 in October of 2014. So it'll be 6 years this year, so about 5.5 years. Started with $26,000. It's today worth over $404 million. Now, what I want you to note with this, ladies and gentlemen, because this is one of the really exciting parts of this, is that in January, this portfolio was worth $150 million. And in February, the portfolio was worth $379 million. And yet at the end of March, it's worth $404 million. Now, I want to ask a question, just for you to consider. What's going on in the global economy right now? Is it going up or is it going down? It's going down, right? It's crashing. Yet this portfolio is continuing to perform. And that's because it's been built in such a way. Andre had a fair idea of what was coming. Anyone with any half of financial sense could see what was happening in the global economy. There's a few theories we could talk about that, but it's not the time or place. However, he could foresee what was happening. So he's built the portfolio in such a way that these things that we've spoken about, particularly basalt technology, the innovative transport, these are things that are going to be needed as we move forward and as we grow. So our portfolio is set to grow. And of course, with the crash of the economy, a big part of our portfolio, it hasn't been the massive amount of money put into it, but the value of it now, the gold that we have, equates for 75% of our portfolio right now. And gold's only going to go up in a bad economy. And the reason being is because it's solid. In 5,000 years, gold has never failed, whereas over 1,000 fiat currencies have. So what does the CryptoUnit program provide? Obviously, it provides you access to the education that we've spoken about, ownership in the global investment portfolio, which we've just had a look at. I know based on the allocation of CRU that is out in the marketplace right now and the value of the portfolio, it's a good figure. And if you want to know what that figure is, go and check out the webinar from Saturday night and check out the replay at about the 3 hour and 20 minute mark, and you'll see. So obviously monthly loyalty bonus program, which can be enhanced, that can be increased through the VIP club, which I'll talk about very soon. And of course the profit bonus, which is if the liquid assets in the portfolio perform, then you get payment from that, which is great. It's regulated and transparent. Guys, there are meetings for this every month that you can get access to that show you what's going on inside this portfolio. And I've never ever seen a private company as open as this is with all of its transactions and dealings. And Andre's very upfront. If something's gone bad, he's letting everybody know it's gone bad. Equally so, if something's going incredibly right, then he's doing that as well. And of course, the CRU value of growth, et cetera, et cetera. The global merchandising is going to be incredibly exciting when that starts happening. So now let's have a look at how we grow this, because this is where we come into it. This is where we're going to be participants in all of those, which is great, but this is how we make it happen so much faster. And right now, I'm sure Andrew will likely talk about it towards the end of this. The promotion that's just about to start, and we'll see a lot of people make a lot of money out of this in this next year. So let's have a look at the MLCI business. Now, what we've achieved in 5.5 years, we've got over 1.3 million partners around the world now. We're in business in over 170 countries in the investment and financial education sectors. Now, this is a global business opportunity, globally. And there's no limits. I was in Afghanistan this time. I'd just been to Afghanistan this time last year. They're building this business in Afghanistan. There's no limits as to where you can build this business. So what we've achieved, you can see it right there, guys. Over 1 million partners. Now, what I want to point out, this type of business, if we come back to our innovative transport technology, before the owner of that company partnered with Andre, they'd raised maybe $2 or $3 million in 40 years. After partnering with Andre, within 5 years, they'd raised over 150 million. Now that just talks to the validity of this business model and how lucrative it can be for everyone involved. So let's have a look. What multi-level crowd investing offers? It offers you the training on how to build your business, not just how to build your business, but also how to work your finances within that. Unlimited instantaneous income, meaning that you can earn money. If you earn money today, you earn it today. You get paid it today. You don't have to wait for a pay cycle like you do with other companies. You earn it today. You can build, and this is beautiful right now, right? We can build an international business without even leaving our home, which is handy because right now there's a lot of people that are on lockdown, which isn't a laughing matter, I realize, but if you don't laugh, you cry. You've got the opportunity to literally become a business coach or an investment consultant. So through licensing, through the Academy of Private Investor, you literally have the opportunity to become an investment consultant and provide financial advice. So that is a specialized field that is available through our company. Loyalty program is paid until October 21. Now, guys, if you become part of the VIP club, which we're going to touch on just briefly, that can be indefinitely. Now, it will be subject to different things, but at this stage, they're looking at paying that indefinitely, and it will be a little bit higher than what you'd get otherwise. Unconditional profit bonus, we've spoken about. Capitalization on the portfolio, it's continuing to grow. It's had over 200%. In fact, I think it's closer to 600% growth per day if you work it out over the last 5.5 years. And then, of course, global merchandising. That is where the fun starts to come in. If you consider yourself connected, if you consider yourself quite an entrepreneur at heart, and you go, okay, I'm more than just a networker, I've got these skills as well, then great. When we get into that global merchandising phase, you'll have the opportunity to take this to the world, particularly if you're an investment consultant, and that is exciting for a lot of people too. So perhaps you want to earn more. You want to become part of a global business where you can have unlimited earning potential. Then this is definitely something you want to look at. But more importantly, guys, this allows you to assist others to becoming successful as well. And that's a noble endeavor as well. Be surrounded by successful people, become successful, become financially free. And it's a little bit different to financial independence, which you learn about in the 8 Rules of a Private Investor, but it's a little bit different. Financial freedom is just that step above financial independence. So right now there is, this should have been taken out because that's not available, so I'm going to skip past that. So there is the opportunity right now for the Academy of Private Investor course that is available where you can learn. It's a targeted program. I think the last program just finished, so there will be another one coming. This is still available in the Academy of Private Investor back office right now, and they will run this training again, Foundation of Professional Investing. Now, this is that next level. This is one of those things that you'll need to do if you want to become an investment consultant, and it's definitely worth having a look at. So now let's have a look at some of the promotions that are going on right now. Obviously, there's always local conferences and webinars. There's nothing live at the moment, obviously, so everything is online. You can find that if you're already registered by finding that in your personal office under New section, left-hand side, you'll see webinars and events as to how you get it. In October, now it says the 19th to the 20th, I believe on the 18th, there's going to be a Genius of Finance tournament, an international Genius of Finance tournament in Moscow before this. At this stage, Eventi is still happening. Now, if we're all still on lockdown, then we're going to do it remotely by the sounds of it. But at this stage, we're still planning for Eventi in Moscow in October of 2020. Now, there is still available, it's still at the chance. These are starting to sell rapidly now. The gold anniversary coin. I've got one myself because I know the value it's going to be. Now, if you know the significance behind this, ladies and gentlemen, one of those coins is 35 grams of gold. It's about 40 millimeters in diameter. Oh, you can read it right there. There is only 350 of them minted. They're worth about $1,600 in gold right now. Now, the reason that's for a very significant purpose, 35 grams of gold, 35 is an 8, 8 is a money number, 350, 35 is an 8, 8 is a money number, but the $1,600 worth of gold that it is, of course, it comes with CRU as well, but the gold, guys, that's a representation of what Andre believes each single CRU can be worth within the next 8 to 10 years. Just sit with that for a second. That's one of the reasons I bought one. And I'll be honest, the first time I saw it, I was like, I'm not buying that because I know that gold's worth X, Y, Z. The CRU, sure. But then I thought about it and it explained it to me. I was like, that's actually brilliant. I can be one of those 350 people that actually have the value of a token here in a token. So that's one of the coolest investments I made last year. So guys, we've spoken a little bit about the VIP club. Becoming a member, and it's not available yet. It will be out in the next couple of weeks with great anticipation, I know. Become a member of the VIP club. Now, there's a graduated pricing. It's $10 up to $100. If you're a president, you're going to pay $100. If you're a vice president, you're going to pay $80, I think. If you're a partner, you're going to pay $10. If you're an agent, $20. If you're a consultant, $30. Manager, and you can work it out from there on. There'll be an exact, in fact, I'll share the one pager with Andrew and he'll be able to share it out with all of you guys as well as to what that actually looks like, what those prices are. But you get massive discounts in the Academy of Private Investor courses. So if we go back here for a sec, no, where am I? Yep, this one here. This will be discounted from 35 to 75%. And that is only if you're a member of the VIP club. What else do you get? You get to be able to stake your unlocked CRU. That in and of itself will be worth more than your membership fee, regardless of what your rank is each and every year. So that's pretty exciting. Exclusive offers there, 10 to 100 people. Guys, they're working on an AI tech that will only be available for VIP club members in order to assist them to grow their business, which will allow you to grow your business 10 to 100 people a day. That by itself will be worth the membership. So there's all of these different things here. Realistically, the membership's far too little, but we wanted to make it accessible to everyone. You get the opportunity to participate in the summary meetings. We've already spoken about the staking in the morning. So very, very exciting things happening with the VIP club, and more information. If you haven't been plugging into the hot seats, please try do that. There's at least 2 a week at the moment leading up to the launch of that. Now, we are waiting on IT at the moment. If you're asking me, I would have wanted to have it launched last week, but there are some intricacies that IT need to sort out to make sure that it all works properly. So right now, if you have been excited about the CRU gift that people have been receiving, it's still there. It's now 100 CRU for when people register. Now, of course, they must go through the API site. And until they have a CRU tab, it will show up inside of the overall portfolio, if you like. So that's available now until that date disappeared. Oh no, there it is. Till the 3rd of the 4th. Okay, sorry, 30th of the 4th. So you've got it till the end of this month to use that promotion to bring people into your organization. And then of course, there's the express promotion, which is a webinar in and of itself, realistically, to show you how you can take advantage of those people coming in to really build your business and to assist them to prosperity too. So with that, so start acting now. With that, that does bring us to the end of the presentation.